What is going on YouTube? Hated back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. We've had some pretty crazy stuff going on the past couple of days. Let's just say that. So about 2 days ago, we were tracking a very big pennant flag formation on XRP's 4-hour charts. And then just yesterday morning, we managed to break down below a beautiful uptrend, a price floor, and we fell pretty substantial to the downside here, which is what we talked about in yesterday's episode. Now, showing you guys what's going on here, not only did we pull all the way back down to basically the start of the original run, but we managed to recover just as quickly, swinging us right back up to retest top resistance. This is actually quite surprising, and I'm kind of excited to see us swing all the way back up to retest that major resistance moving average here on the 4-hour charts, because that's signaling that, hey, maybe the bears haven't won this, and maybe the bulls might come back and actually break through these resistances, and we might start to trend up. Maybe we hit some sort of bottom. So it's pretty incredible to see this run. This is why also I've always mentioned that trading on the 4-hour charts are moderate to aggressive style of trades, as because of how quickly they correct is just how quickly they pull to the upside there, and crazy stuff happens on a very fast note. And if you guys aren't paying attention consistently on 4-hour charts, pretty much sitting at your computer, you will lose on these runs. And that's why, as a conservative trader, I personally take advantage of more conservative trades that take a little bit longer to move and a little bit longer to fall. But just to spice things up within our channel here, as the markets are starting to kind of ease off, we've looked into 4-hour charts and we're tracking these things and capitalizing off these movements. But you have to be a lot more aggressive in regards to the style of your trade. So the second we confirm closing below there, you want to slowly move that stop loss down to lock in profits on the way down, just in case markets reverse up like we're seeing right now. But besides XRP, Ethereum has also managed to see a swing back to the upside here. Bitcoin has also managed to see a swing back to the upside. The S&P, not so much. It's actually quite interesting to see this. Granted, we're on the 4-hour, so we'll jump to the daily. You can see yesterday was a pretty substantial candle coming to the end of what appears to be some interesting trends. And you can see for the most part here on the weekly charts that we're pretty much battling this moving average support on the weekly. So there's a lot of things we have to talk about with these cryptos. Maybe we've hit a bottom. Maybe it's time to move up. There's a lot of things that we have to answer in today's video. As for the S&P 500, we're starting to see more consolidation. The S&P honestly doesn't know where to go. It's been pretty much consolidating all last week and starting this week off with more consolidation. The ideal, bullish run would be to get us back above this moving average on the daily. But, we do have some pretty solid supports, which are much lower, that we could result coming back down to if the case is that we start to correct downwards. It would be unfortunate, but we could be creating these higher low patterns. Hey, if the price moves up from here and starts to head up higher, that'd be incredible too. That would also foreshadow maybe a new higher low formation that we could capitalize on, but we'll see if that's, exactly what happens. With that being said, guys, remember, we are still doing our free crypto coin display giveaway that I have in all of my videos, as you can see it right here. This is a $130 ticker display that all you have to do to win is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as comment subscribed. And not only that, today's video is brought to us by MARGEX. Hopefully you guys remember MARGEX, a continued sponsor here on the channel. MARGEX is a different style of cryptocurrency leverage trading. They offer a unique exchange that honestly has some things that are quite different from other exchanges that you might have heard of or used in the past here. Not only do they have tons of liquidity, multi-layer security, and no personal details required. Remember that. What's even cooler is they have their MP Shield, which is just their security system to kind of stop and halt any sort of crazy dumps or spikes in the markets trading like that. But more information about MARGEX will be at the end of today's video, so definitely stay tuned for that. They also, as you can see, have a demo account, which is also super cool. But like I said, more information at the end of today's video. Definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, where do we even begin? As of right now, the current coin market cap is recovering, which is interesting. Literally, as far as it fell yesterday is as how much it recovered today for most of these cryptocurrencies here. It's pretty incredible. As you guys can see, the 7-day moving percentage here is pretty much back to flatline, which is insane to see because most of these cryptocurrencies fell yesterday about 3 to 4%. Now they're up today about 3 to 4%. So that gives the 7-day moving average about a flatline level here. Now, in regards to XRP, we're in a pretty crazy movement right now. We have to take a step back now. I'm kind of done with the 4-hour charting. You can see that we were able to capitalize off the, beautiful pennant flag that broke bearish and corrected all the way to the downside here. We confirmed closing below our beautiful symmetrical triangle, fell as low as pretty much where we started, and then we corrected back up to retest this moving average. So this is a huge sign that, hey, maybe we're in a bit of a predicament here, and maybe there's something bigger going on here. Not only am I starting to see what could be maybe an uptrend forming here, that's something to consider. I don't know. I'm just going to leave this on for right now. But then we also play around with the weekly charts here, which you can see when I scale this out a little bit, that we are still inside a major descending triangle. And you can see that on this weekly descending triangle here, the reason we're starting to correct up is because we're hitting the bottom support on the weekly charts here. This is pretty nice and something you should pay attention to. Now, look, last time we retested this, you can see exactly what happened. We hit the bottom. We had a bunch of wicks, but we basically hit the bottom on the moving average here on the weekly and reversed back up. We're kind of doing the same thing right now, which is going to lead to a very, very, very peculiar and interesting move in the next, honestly, 2 to 3 weeks. You could see we did the same thing. We hit the bottom, recovered with a wick. Here's next week, which is recovering nicely. The problem now is we have this major downtrend here and major moving averages. So if we extend these out just like this and we have this downtrend here, we have to pay attention to how we react with this bottom. Are we going to recover? Are we going to bounce up? If we continue to do this movement here, we're going to play around right now with this resistance at about 76 cents and then hopefully break through and have resistance at 87 cents and then ideally break through that. Now there's two resistances, major resistances on XRP that honestly need to be broken first before we decide to enter a trade on the weekly charts here. The reason being is if we don't just break through this resistance here, we could easily hit the top, hit the downtrend, and correct lower. That's a possibility. You can see why that makes sense is if I just extend out, you can see how this downtrend has rejected the price of XRP on numerous occasions. It's been over a year this downtrend has been forming here consistently. We hit this, correct downwards. We hit this, correct downwards. We hit this, correct downwards. And here we are again, where we just hit that and we corrected downwards. Now we're getting stuck in between the weekly moving averages and that resistance. So we could easily see the prices once again float up, hit this, and then pump lower or dump lower. That's a big possibility. Vice versa, we could hit this and break through it, but that's not a sign to buy in. I know it looks like it, but we have this massive red band here that's on the weekly moving averages that we could just as easily break through and reject off and correct downwards. That's why, to play it as conservative as we can, we need to wait for the prices to break through both of these, close the weekly at about 90 cents. That would open a huge buying opportunity to leverage to the upside. The reason we're playing this as conservative as possible is because of the possibilities of a dump coming. Because if we reject off this, or ideally, really, you don't even have to look at those, if prices break us through about 71 cents, which we've been retesting, honestly, since, I don't know, January of 2022, the beginning of 2022 here, we could very easily dump through it and correct all the way down to 59 cents. It would happen very quickly. That would be a bottom, and then I would expect to see a run to the upside here. But there's a lot of interesting things happening on XRP's weekly charts that we have to pay attention to. Now, to move on from XRP, because I feel like we covered pretty much everything here, I want to talk about Ethereum, which is having some interesting levels of retest right now. Ethereum on the 4-hour, not only did we have an ascending triangle, which you can see clear resistance at the top here, clear downtrend, clearly creating higher lows and getting rejected off the top resistance, filling in the gap, breaks bearish. And you can see where that sent us was right to its bottom, about the same size as the breakdown. You can see if we scale the breakdown like that and then move that here, from the point of breakdown, you can see that's about the same size as the mouth of the opening. Makes sense. Here we are, swinging all the way back up. We swung all the way back up to retest a very strong resistance here, which is pretty insane if you ask me. So now I'm going to scale us a little bit farther. First, I want to check out the weekly, see if there's anything noticeable there. No, we're not really retesting moving average just yet. We could be creating a higher low, which would be ideal. But you can see clearly where this major problem zone is for Ethereum. You could see previously used this as a support for weeks. From August 9th all the way to September 27th, we had like 2 months, all of August and all of September, of retesting this bottom support that held us above. We had 2 weeks of retesting support again back in January, and here we are trying to break through it with all our might. I don't know if it's going to happen. I think what's important is looking at the weekly on Bitcoin, which is quite exciting here. But you can see we are in a very big thing. Like, something big is going to come for Ethereum right now. Something very, very, very big is going to come for Ethereum. This has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of trying to break through this resistance here. We have not been able to do so. Bears are pushing this price down right now, not allowing the price to break through, and we've been every day trying to break through it. So we're going to expect, obviously, a dump or a pump. I know it's literally one way or the other. How do we gauge that? Obviously, if you've watched the channel, we can do this by waiting for the break. I don't want to say, hey guys, we're going to break down, and then vice versa, it doesn't happen, we break up, and then you guys are all coming at my throat. But if we break through it, we're probably going to see a small candle break us through. That would confirm the direction of the breakout like that. Then we buy in and expect to see a long back to the upside here. Remember, these descending fractals that we're having right here, these falling wedges typically are bullish bias, so we could see it as expected. This was an anticipated thing that we'd probably trend out of this as the S&P 500 was closed last weekend here, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here. So that gave us 3 days of this consolidation outside of the moving average or outside of this descending fractal here. We're waiting to see, hey, can we break through it or are we going to dump? It's literally one way or the other. So we have to pay very close attention to how this is going to react. If we can break through it, I expect to see a pretty substantial run that we'll be able to buy into. Same thing applies itself with Bitcoin. 4 hour doesn't look that nice. Daily is okay. You can see here why the daily makes sense. This has been a very strong support. There might be a bullish run. Honestly, there might be a bullish run. They're all holding on very well, and prices have been pretty much, this is so gross to see all this uncertainty here piling up. Hopefully we can swing to the upside here. That's the ideal scenario. But the weekly shows some other things that are pretty incredible. The weekly charts show that we came into contact and are pretty much scaling on this bottom support here. Now, ideally, the weekly moving average has been a very solid support for most of these cryptos. We haven't really been able to break through it. Granted, when we do break through it, it's going to be nasty. But we've been managing to create not only higher lows, but using this moving average as a means of support to kind of scale ourselves upwards. So really, the price that we need to break through is about 41 to 48K. You know, this is basically this ascending fractal that's starting to form in the weekly. Let me just draw this out. You can see why it makes sense that this could be the bottom for Bitcoin right now. If we can start to reverse up from this, I'm just going to remove some of this. You can see kind of the pattern that's forming here, that there is some sort of ascending fractal. You can see that prices are creating higher highs and higher lows like this, like this. So the next wave would be a swing to the upside. And if that happens, we're going to see Ethereum pop through this and XRP pop through that. So keep your eyes peeled. Otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk more about MARGEX with you, though. All right, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to MARGEX for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So, guys, MARGEX's goal is to provide traders with a world-class user experience, a fair, secure, and easy-to-use trading platform with the highest class of financial technologies in the world. Now, MARGEX is the go-to cryptocurrency trading platform for thousands of traders who prefer having full control over their trades, as well as transparency and security. And along with the premium user experience, the platform offers up to 100x leverage on all of its trading pairs, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS, Litecoin, and exclusively Yearn.finance. Now, a unique feature they offer, unlike other exchanges that allow for unfair liquidations and price manipulations, is their AI-based MP Shield technology by MARGEX. Now, MARGEX came into the space of cryptocurrency to bring crypto leverage trading to a new level of comfort, and while getting rid of complicatedness. Now, MARGEX is the first community-driven cryptocurrency derivative exchange that any trader can participate in building their dream trading platform. And a few features of MARGEX is that they offer no KYC, they have lightning-fast order execution, no lags, overloads, or even order submission orders. Now, they also have very high liquidity backed by 12 liquidity providers, and there is no maintenance time, which means all platform updates are done instantly. Now, MARGEX is even easy to sign up, and the platform is easy to use, and it's really not complicated to start and advanced enough for pretty much all the pros. Now, they even have the friendliest to use UI in the industry, and all deal indicators like trading fees, financing, P&L are actually on the screen available in real time for any deal. Now, MARGEX also has a simultaneous use of stop loss and take profits for each trade, which means there's no need to check what's happening every minute. Now, the unique MP Shield AI-based system protects users from price manipulation, which prevents from unfair liquidations. Now, the asset's price on MARGEX never deviates from the top spot spot exchange, and MARGEX offers traders a profitable affiliate program amongst most trading platforms in the crypto industry. Now, the crypto-founded website renders advanced trading fees that have a 40% cut from the crypto investors' referrals. With these low trading fees, MARGEX provides traders with an enhanced referral arrangement, which will actually help them from profit instead of rendering high affiliate settlements on the platform. So guys, for more information about MARGEX, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description of today's video, where you can find their websites and socials like Telegram. Otherwise, shout out to MARGEX for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.